Notei HaTorah.
Amen. ויאמר פרעה אל יוסף חלום חלמתי ופוטר עינותו ואני שמעתי עליך לאמור תשמע חלום לפוטר אותו. ויען יוסף את פרעה לאמור בלעדי אלוהים יענה את שלום פרעה. וידבר פרעה אל יוסף בחלום הנני עומד על שפת היאור והנה מן היאור עולות 7 פרות פריות בשר ופוטר ותראינה בכו והנה 7 פרות אחרות עולות אחריהן עלות ורעות תואר מאוד ורקות בשר לא ראיתי כהנה בכל ארץ מצרים לרוע ותאכלנה הפרות הרכות והרעות את 7 הפרות הראשונות הבריאות.
Pharaoh said to Joseph, I had a dream, and no one can interpret it. But I have heard it said of you that when you hear a dream, you can interpret it. I cannot do it, Joseph replied to Pharaoh, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, in my dream I was standing on the bank of the Nile, when out of the river there came up 7 cows, fat and sleek, and they grazed among the reeds. After them 7 other cows came up, scrawny and very ugly and lean. I had never seen such ugly cows on all the land of Egypt. The lean, ugly cows ate up the 7 fat cows that came up first.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah temet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Notei HaTorah. Amen.
עמוד שנית שנמשל בת יעקב לתורה.
ותבון אל קרבנה, ולא נודע כי באו אל קרבנה, ומראיהם רע, כאשר בתחילה, ויכעס, בערב בחלומי, והנה 7 שבלים עולות בקנה אחד, מלילות וטובות, והנה 7 שבלים צלמות דקות, שדופות עדים, צומחות אחריהם. ותבלענה השבלים הדקות את 7 שבלים וטובות, ויאמר אל החתומים ואל מגעילים
When they had eaten them up, no one would have known that they had eaten them, for they were just as ugly as at the beginning. So I awoke. Also I saw in my dream, and suddenly 7 heads came up on one stalk, full and good. Then behold, 7 heads withered, thin, and blighted by the east wind, sprang up after them. And the thin heads devoured the 7 good heads. So I told this to the magicians, but there was no one who could explain it to me.
Talmud bat Mitzvah, Leah bat Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, V'torato, Baruch et Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
This is the microphone.
ויאמר יוסף אל פרעה, אמר פרעה, ההו את אשר אלוהים עושה. הגיד לפרעה, 7 פרות טובות, 7 שנים הנה, ו7 שיבולים הטובות, 7 שנים הנה חלום נחתו, ו7 פרות הקוטרות עלות אחריהן, 7 שנים הנה, ו7 שיבולים הריקות, 7 הכרים יהיו 7 שנערך, הוא הדבר אשר דיברתי על פרעה, אשר אלוהים עושה. הראת פרעה Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך atah Adonai נותן התורה. אמן. Yosef said to Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is a single one. What God is about to do, he has shown to Pharaoh. The 7 good cows are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. It is a single dream. Now, the emaciated and bad cows who emerged after them, they are 7 years, as are the 7 emaciated ears scorched by the east wind. There shall be 7 years of famine. It is this matter that I have spoken to Pharaoh. What God is about to do, he has shown to Pharaoh. I did it. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, להם, הנאמרים באמת, ברוך אתה, אדוני, הבוחר בתורה, ובוקר טוב, ובישראל עמו, ובנביאי האמת, והצדק, אמן. ויקץ שלמה ונחלום ויבוא ירושלים ויעמוד לפני ארון בית אדוני ויעל לוט ויעש שלמים ויעש משתה וחלקותיו הסבון השתיים השלטונות אל המלך ותעמודנה לפניו ותאמר לאישה כתבי אדוני אני והאישה הזאת יושבות בבית אחד והאימך בבית. ויהי ביום השלישי לביתי ותלד גם האישה הזאת ואנחנו יחדיו אין זר איתנו בבית זולת אישתיים אנחנו בבית. ויאמץ בן האישה הזאת לילה ששכבה עליו ותקום בתוך הלילה ותיקח את בנים אצלי, ואמתך ישנה ותשכיבהו בחיקה, ואת בנה מת תשכיבה בחיקי. ואקום בבוקר להניק את בני ונמת, ואתבונן אליו בוקר והנה לא יבני אשר ילדתי. ותאמר האישה האחרת זבוחי, בני החי ובנך המת וזאת אומרת זבוחי. ונחמת ובני החי ותדברנה לפני המלך ויאמר המלך זאת אומרת זה בני החי ונחמת וזאת אומרת זבוחי. ונחמת ובני החי ויאמר המלך תקעו לך והביאו החרב לפני המלך ויאמר המלך גזרו את אבן החי לשניים ותנו את החציל לאחת ואת החציל לאחת. ותאמר האישה שבנה החי אל המלך התמלוך המל בנו. ותאמר בי אדוני תנו לה את העילוד החי ומת אל תמיתוהו וזאת אומרת גם לי גם לך ויהיה גזרו. ויען המלך ויאמר תנו לה את העילוד החי ומת לא תמיתוהו עמו. וישמעו כל ישראל את המשפט אשר נפת המלך ויראו מפני המלך כי ראו כי חכמת אלוהים וקרבו לעשות משפט. ויהי המלך שמו מלך על כל ישראל. So Shlomo awoke and behold, it had been a dream. When he came to Jerusalem, he stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord and brought up elevation offerings and offered peace offerings, and he made a feast for all his servants. Then 2 women innkeepers came to the king and stood before him. One woman said, "Please, my lord, I am this woman dwelling in the house, and I gave birth while with her in the house. On the 3rd day after I gave birth, this woman gave birth as well. We were together, there was no outsider with us in the house, only the 2 of us were in the house. The son of this woman died at night because she lay upon him. She rose during the night and took my son from my side while your maidservant was asleep, and laid him in her bosom, and her dead son she laid in my bosom. When I arose in the morning to nurse my son, behold, he was dead. When I studied him in the morning, behold, it was not the son to whom I had given birth." But the other woman said, "It is not so. My son is the live one, and your son is the dead one." But this one said, "It is not so. Your son is the dead one, and my son is the live one." And they went on speaking before the king. The king said, "This one claims, this is my son, who is alive, and your son is the dead one. And this one claims, it is not so, your son is the dead one, and my son is the live one." So the king said, "Fetch me a sword," and they brought a sword before the king. The king said, "Cut the living child in 2 and give half to one and half to the other." The woman whose son was the live one spoke to the king because her compassion was aroused for her son, and she said, Please, my lord, give her the living newborn and do not put it to death. But the other one said, neither mine nor yours shall he be. Cut. The king spoke up and said, give her, the first one, the living newborn, and do not put it to death. She is his mother. All Yisrael heard the judgment of the king rendered, and they were in awe of the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was within him to do justice. So King Shlomo was king over all Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol ha'alamin, tzadik b'chol ha'dorot, al ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'osei, hamdaber u'mkayem, shekol derav v'metfal tzedek, ne'eman natah Adonai Eloheinu b'ne'emanim devarecha, v'devarecha midvarecha, kvodo yishlu v'kam kilmech, ne'eman v'chaman natah, baruch atah Adonai ha'ne'eman b'chol derav, amen. That's probably the fastest reading I have at the time. Thank you, Rabbi and Robinson. Thank you, Mom, for teaching this portion to me and for giving me so much help on the speech. Thank you, Dad, for instilling the love of the Word of God in me. Thank you, Tammy Gamble and her daughters, Jessica and Jelaine, for designing the party downstairs and taking me and Levi shopping. I say Zilla every 5 minutes. Thank you, Levi and Asher, for being the best younger and older rubber team. Thank you, Sophie Watanabe, her name means wisdom, for giving me so much needed wisdom. Thank you to the whole Houghton family for your friendship. Thank you, Jupiter, my cat, for being cute and purring while I did many practice runs for my bat mitzvah. Thank you most of all to the Lord, the one who made it possible for me to be saved by sending Yeshua into the world to atone for my sins. Thank you to all my friends and family here at Beth Messiah. Now for my speech. Yosef, in our last portion in this one, was going through so much. Then, in this portion, he went from rags to riches, being in charge of feeding the world and being the second most important man in Egypt. We are like Joseph in a way. Since we are Messianic Jews, believing in Yeshua, the Jewish Messiah, we are in charge of feeding all the nations of the world by sharing the gospel. In John chapter 6, verse 45, it says, Yeshua answered, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever trusts in me will never go thirsty. We should definitely share the bread of life with others. And in Solomon's case, he used his God-given wisdom to do right by these two women. We should speak the gospel to do right by others. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
So many.
It's okay,
Just leave right there.
How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord of hosts. My soul longs yet faint for the courts of the Lord. My heart and flesh sing for joy to the living God. Even the sparrow finds a home, and the swallow a nest for itself. Where she may lay her young, as your altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Blessed are those who dwell in your house, ever singing your praise. Blessed are those whose strength is in you, in whose heart is the highways of Zion, as they go through the valley of Baca. They get out the place of the springs. The early rain has also covered it with pools. They go from strength to strength. Each one appears before God in Zion. O Lord God of hosts, hear my prayer. Give ear, O God of Jacob. Behold our shield, O God, look on the face of your anointed. For a day in your courts is better than a thousand elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tent of the wicked. For the Lord God is the sun of the shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold, and those who walk uprightly will not post. Blessed is the one who trusts in you.
And he's like, nope, we'll get out of here.
Levi, that was amazing. Leah, if you weren't the most beautiful, smartest, funniest, kindest girl I've ever met, if you knew not one word of Hebrew, I would love you all the same. I love you just for you being you. I'm thankful to God for you. You're a blessing and a gift from heaven. You bless everyone who knows you, and you've blessed me tremendously. I love you. Your Father has something to say.
Times like this, it's not easy to come up with something appropriate to say, so I'll just reflect on two of my favorite Leah memories, and these will be short. The first was the spring of 2008. You were not even 6 months old yet, and we made our way down to Oneida, Kentucky, my mother's hometown down in southeastern Kentucky, way back in the deepest, darkest Appalachia. And there your 96-year-old great-grandmother, my maternal grandmother, Lucy Davidson, held you and looked at you for the first time and said in inimitable Appalachian diction, "She favours a little dollar." And you did. And one of my other favorite very early Leah memories is captured in a photo that I keep at my desk at work. It's you when you were probably every bit of 3 days old. 6-week premature bundle of joy, nestled in my one hand, my one arm, and in the other hand I was holding my stone chumash, reading Hebrew to you, reading Parashat Miketz. And today, 12 years later, we're doing that together. I sometimes joke that I don't want you to grow up, that I keep telling you to grow up, but you're not to grow up, but you won't listen to me. But the fact of the matter is, I'm proud of the young woman you're becoming. You're becoming a fine young woman. You're becoming quite the Eshet Chayim. We love you and we're proud of you. And we know that you're going to continue to grow, and I want you to continue to grow in the fear and wisdom of the Lord.
You're a really amazing person. I remember one time, and I think I mentioned this too more recently, there was a very nervous young girl about your age who was visiting here and did not know what to expect at Beth Messiah. And she was uncomfortable, and you could see that she was uncomfortable. This is the first time she'd ever been in an environment like this, and you took her under your wing, you introduced yourself, and you stayed with her the whole time in the service and made her feel comfortable. And I think that's the person you are. And person that God is developing you into a woman of God that's going to be a blessing to a lot of people. And this was incredible today, what you did. Right? So, we have little gift here, just to express, from Beth Messiah, our love for you. You're welcome. It's kind of cute. And so let's just pray for Leah. Lord, we thank you for Leah, Lord God, and we thank you for all the times that she did the 4 questions during Passover. I guess she'll be passing the baton on that one as she's getting older. Yes. So, but Lord, we thank you. Watch over her, bless her, and let this day be filled with nachas, with joy and blessing, and with great feasting.